My name is Michelle D. Clark, and I am super excited because I have someone sitting next to me today who is going to be gracing the stage of the Leadership Experience Tour, the February edition 2022. And so let me introduce to some and present to others Miss Michelle Edelen. Hey, with the best name in the world.
I know, absolutely. Glad to be here. Thank you.
Good to have you.
Yes.
Absolutely. So tell the viewers just like a snippet of your topic that you're going to be speaking on the stage and a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. I'm going to be speaking on kicking the imposter syndrome to the curb. And many people have experienced that, and I know in my life I have, where you paint a picture that things are one way, when in actuality, it is totally different. On the inside, you feel totally different. And so you have to then at that point decide, I've got to work on this from the inside out, which means that I have to accept responsibility for it. I have to be accountable for it, and I have to do the work to fix it.
You talked a little bit about your background. Yes. And how you were, your family situation and how you were raised. Tell them just a little bit about that, and then how it kind of progressed to the imposter syndrome.
Right. So I came from a family that was very accomplished. My parents were very accomplished. My brother, very accomplished. And I saw examples of excellence. Mm-hmm. But even with that, I still didn't know my value and my worth for a small time in my life.
Yes.
I had to work on that because it was holding me back. And I couldn't let that happen.
Where was that intersection in your life? Where did you have that aha moment? Because the thing is, if you're not aware of something, you don't know how to make that change. You don't even know you need to make a change.
Exactly.
So where was it for you? What was that moment?
It was when I was progressing in my career.
Yes.
And I had the job. Mm-hmm. I had the career. I had the salary. I had the title. I had the promotion. But there was this gnawing on the inside of me.
Yes.
And I said, something is disconnected here. Mm-hmm. And I had to work on that.
Tell the viewers just like one thing that you would like to impart upon them before you sign off today.
In looking at yourself and doing that self-assessment, mm-hmm. always take the time to define what you're experiencing. Get real concrete and define what you are experiencing, mm-hmm. because that will help you figure out, how do I get beyond what I'm experiencing? That's the key.
Do you believe there's excellence inside of you? Well, then why do you shrink back? Why do you play small? Why do you dim your light? Why do you compare yourself to the person on either side of you? My name is Michelle Edelen, and I am the excellence engineer. And I work with women, and I help you to own and activate all of the excellence that's inside of you. Let me tell you just a little bit about me. Grew up in a wonderful family. Grew up in a family with very accomplished parents, and watched them grow and navigate the space that they were working in. And it was in a time when, people of color were not having a whole lot of success. But I watched my parents be very successful. I watched my older brother become a licensed pilot by the time he was 21. So I can't say that my environment caused me to not know that I had excellence inside of me. In my neighborhood, in zip code 27610, they're watching me right now. We had doctors, and we had lawyers, and we had principals and politicians, and we had dentists, and we had very accomplished people. But for a short time in my life, I lost sight of my excellence. I had to go to my source. I had to go to my source, God. And I said, what is this? Why is this happening? Why am I feeling this? And he took me to Romans 12:2. And this, for some of y'all, this might be the hip-hop translation. You could go find the King James for yourself. But what it said to me was, stop focusing on everything and everybody around you and focus on me. Don't conform to what you see and what you hear, but you do it the way I've told you to do it. You keep your eyes on me. You focus on me, and believe this, I will mature you into who and what you are supposed to be. And so God gave me the strategy. He gave me what to use to help myself all those years ago. And now I use that as a coach, as a mentor, as a transformational speaker to help women understand that you have to own the excellence that is inside of you. And what I mean by own it is you have to say, this is my design. And this is who I am. And I'm okay with it. There's some things that you're going to have to do. You can't sit and wait for it to rain down like manna from on high. So these are 3 things I want to share with you. The first thing you need to do is define it. You have to define what is holding you. You have to define what is causing you to shrink back. You have to define what it is that's keeping you from seeing yourself as excellence. Everybody talking about securing the bag. I'm not worried about securing the bag. I'm the bag. Second thing is you have to decide it. You have to decide that you're going to activate that excellence and do the work that is necessary. Number 3, you got to do it. Let me say that again. You got to do it. You got to stop talking about it. You got to stop texting and tweeting and posting about it. And you got to do it. You're going to either be about it or you're going to talk about it. But you have got to do it. And when you do those 3 things, you will begin to do what I refer to as flowing in excellence. F is for faith. You got to believe in something bigger than you. You got to believe in something bigger than you. L, you have to leverage every single asset that you have. God has given you assets. When he created you, he put the excellence on the inside of you. And that excellence is what you have to use. You've got to do something with what you've been given. You have to leverage it. O is for the opportunities. Opportunities come our way every single day. What do we do with them? Or do we grab it and we seize every opportunity and we make it work for us? And then the W is wisdom. Now, where I grew up again is zip code 27610, Raleigh, North Carolina. Yes. We call that street sense. You know that stuff that you don't learn in a book, you don't learn in college, you don't learn from reading, but you learn it just from living and walking the streets and knowing how to navigate different spaces. You got to have wisdom. And you have to use that wisdom. And when you put all that together, you will begin to flow in excellence. If you are ready to flow in excellence, if you are ready to flow in excellence, connect with me at michelleedelen.com. I'll help you. I'll coach you. I will mentor you and show you exactly what you need to do.